Bring it back.
Hello everyone, this is Kia Green Productions. I'm just on here today to do this video. I really want to talk about this whole thing, what's going on in our community with Umar Johnson. But I do still have the contest going on. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 1,500, and I'm still waiting on more entries to come in. So I'm still waiting on that. The thing I want to talk about today, if you can like and subscribe this video and share. This whole thing with calling different organizations and places. Umar has a firestorm / tornado / hurricane behind him that's not going to, if you call, it's just not going to stop him because of what's behind. So, but anyways, I have some information too that all these city officials have been called. Philadelphia Investigation News Unit has been called. They're not really going to be getting involved in it. Get Marty was called, another news organization. They're not getting involved. They went and posted it to someone else, and they referred it to Wilmington, Delaware. They won't be involved in it. The Postmaster General, he was contacted, and nothing. They're not doing anything about it except file a complaint online. All these things that folks are doing, but nothing is stopping anything. A lot of the investigation units were called. City councilwoman was called several times. Messages were left. She's not doing anything about it. All government city officials for Wilmington, Delaware were called, and information was given to them, and they don't really want anything to do with it. You know, it's always being passed from one person to the next person. This firestorm is not good. And you know, he's doing all these things, all these different videos people have out about him. I have a few of them, but I don't have a lot. But you got to think about it. When he did the GoFundMe thing, we got to talk about that for a second. Who really thought that you can raise money through GoFundMe for a public or even private school? It doesn't work that way. You usually go through grants and government stuff, where somebody writes a grant for you to obtain money. You don't do things through PayPal. So that should have really clicked in some people's minds. All these organizations, even the fire marshals, all those people were called, but they're not doing anything. Okay? I don't care if 1 million people call. If you have that firepower and that tornado and that hurricane behind you, who can stop you? You got to think about that for a second. I have the knowledge and the reasoning and the answers to why none of this stuff is happening. But I'm not going to put that on YouTube. You would have to email me for that information, because this is to me, it's kind of dangerous. I have to put it out there like that. Everyone wants to be involved in stopping this man. Okay. Now you remember he's pushing it back to 2020. So once that happens, then what? We're going to still keep doing the same stuff. I mean, we all have lives. Some of the ladies, I'm sure, have husbands, have children, have fiancés. Some of the men, I'm sure, have wives and children and families. And it's basically like we're going in a circle dealing with this thing with Umar. It's like it's a never-ending story. It goes around and around and around. I've spoken to so many people that have written letters to the investigation units for a lot of news stations. Even the one that dealt with Zaza Ali and got her caught, they didn't even want nothing to do with this. So that just tells me that this is just going to get passed around. Now, some people, I saw about a couple of videos that were talking about they want to call the person that's in charge of Wilmington, Delaware, one of the mayors. Good luck on trying to get in touch with these people. It's almost like if you get in touch with the city council woman, I have her information, and it was a call, and it just goes to voicemail. You leave a voicemail, and then 2, 3 weeks and no response. Really? Wow. People seem like they don't want to be dealing with this at all. I understand he did what he did with the school and he's not going to open it. I understand that. But maybe he will just go away or something will stop him. But I just don't think that anything is going to stop him like that. People can believe what they want to, and I understand that. Everybody has their opinion. But if you understand and know the knowledge that I have about this and what I've recently found out and heard, then none of this stuff is going to stop this person. When you have firestorms and hurricanes and tornadoes and tsunamis behind you, okay, that's a driving force, then there's nothing that can stop. You can do millions of calls. I've heard people say they've sent in many emails, lots of letters, but nothing is stopping this person. The police, they don't even want to be involved in it because they were called, okay? And what was said, put a report in, and that's it. And they're not trying to do nothing. So what do we do? Like I said, I have a life. I'm living. I live in this world just like everyone else does. But we have to either figure out the problem with this, or we may have to move on. And I know some people don't want to hear that, but if you know what I know now, that's probably what a lot of people are going to do. But I'm only going to give that information through email. I will not put it on YouTube because from what was explained to me, not a good idea. Let's just say that. I try to do cool videos, fun videos, funny videos to try to get our minds off of some of this stuff, because he's not the only fraud. But if you notice, here's a sample. For example, if you remember the Black Wall Street, what do you think happened with that? How do you think that got orchestrated with the people being killed? How do you think all this stuff went down? And that was back so many years ago. And once that happened to stopping them from doing what they needed to do, they're, some of the blacks today are not where they need to be because of that. When you have an opposition against you and you have something behind you that is just a driving force to keep you in the community and keeping you causing problems and havoc, then there's really nothing you can do about it. I've heard some people say they've called thousands of places. They're not getting any results. They've sent emails, they've sent letters, they've called, they've spoken to people on the phone. Some people just don't want to be bothered with this. News outlets were called. The Postmaster General was given information. He doesn't want to be bothered with it. Fill out a form and send it back in and just put a complaint in. Most what these people tell you is put a complaint in. Is that all? Put a complaint in? It's almost like they know what's going on, and it's like they don't care. Just like this city council woman, she doesn't care about trying to stop Umar, okay? You call the number, it goes straight to voicemail, or her secretary may answer the phone, and they might relay a message to her. Who am I? These people do not know me if I was to call. But you got to look at it too. Umar is going to be going to Africa in July and not coming back until he's there until August 5th. Maybe this is his exit strategy where we don't have to deal with this stuff anymore. We have so many important things to do, like going to work or, taking care of our family or just having a fun life out here. But we got to deal with frauds and stuff in our community that we're trying to stop them And it's kind of hard to do that when you have a firestorm or a tornado or a tsunami behind you. It's going to be very hard for you to stop that because that's a natural force that you can't be reckoned with. There's nothing you can do about it. And it's almost like this situation. I had to really dig deep on this information. And it was already told to me through somebody sent me a message about this. And they told me why, but then I did my own research and I found out the real reason why. And a lot of what they were saying is correct. And so I put two and two together and I'm like, yeah, this sounds just about right. You know, we're doing so much, but everyone should have known that this wasn't going to happen. No school is going to be built or put together because of a GoFundMe. Who thought of that idea? He did this as a money grab, just to fool the black people, to fool melanated people, because a lot of us don't do research. We don't put two and two together. We don't put critical thinking skills. You had to think, really? GoFundMe? Really? You're going to raise money under GoFundMe for a government organization. Anytime you do anything with government, it has to be on the up and up. 501c4 was revoked back in 2017. So how was he able to open up a school if that's been revoked? Anybody can raise money under GoFundMe. People that have fires that have happened to their house, their family's gotten sick, they need money, their animal has been hurt or their dog has been hurt, they can get money. But it's usually from people that you know or trust. PayPal is another entity that you're not supposed to go and use that to raise money to open up no school. This is something that you're supposed to be writing a grant for, or you're going to get a proposal done. You don't use these organizations to help you try to raise no money for no school, because it's just not gonna happen. This thing with Umar is gonna keep going on and on and on and on and on. It's not ever gonna stop. From the way I see it and the information that I have, it's not gonna stop. He's gonna still be in our community, just like a lot of the ones are in our community. They're still here. They're still making money off of people that don't do research and that won't speak up. This man has basically pimped the black community. That's what he has done, and he's going to keep doing it. Because like I said, when you have that tornado and that firestorm behind you, it's nothing you can do. Okay? Now, if a news station won't have nothing to do with it, if Get Marty won't have nothing to do with it, if the investigation of Philadelphia news station won't do nothing about it, or call Harry, you better get Harry, if he won't do nothing about it, then who's going to do something about it? Fire marshal he don't want nothing to do with it. The Board of Education is not even wanting anything to do with it. The only thing they can tell you to do is you can file something, but that's about it. You're filing something. Because they know about this firestorm and hurricane and tsunami that's behind him. So they're not going against that. Because if they do, then they're going to be in trouble. So you got to think about that for a second. Just think about the stuff I'm saying. You don't have to take it to heart, and you don't even have to believe, but you have to do research. And you're going to have to come up off of YouTube to do the research. You're not going to be on here doing it because it's very hidden. I hope one day he stops. I just don't see it right now. Maybe one day. All I can do is just put the information out here. You know, I've done my research. I've done my part. But I'm just going to put it like this. I have a life. I enjoy doing things out here. You know, that's fun. I like to laugh. I don't know if I want to keep doing this. I put out information and I get people that come on my page and they say negative things. You know, oh, well, you're just tearing a black man down. You must be paid. Somebody must be paying you. Who's paying me to put this out here? Nobody's paying me no money to put nothing out about Umar Johnson. Really? How many other people are supposed to be getting paid? No, I'm not getting paid anything to put nothing out here. I have so many critical people being so critical to me. Well, you got all these videos about him. I'm trying to warn my people. That's all I'm trying to do. We have to be more smart, because from what I was told, every 10 to 15 years, somebody new comes into the community to pimp out the black community. We have to stop that. We have to see it before it happens. This man was plotting and planning to do this so many years ago, and we still here dealing with this in 2019. So you're going to have to do your research, and you're either going to have to get off of YouTube and do the research through another means, because you're not going to find it here. There may be a couple of people that's on here that have the correct information. It was told to me, so I went behind them and did the research, and I found it to be true. So when a firepower is behind you, then what can you do? Explain that to me. I get so much criticism on a lot of my work that I've done on here. And then I get a lot of praises. People praise and tell me they're very happy that I've came out with this information about him. Then you get ones that like to get on your page and they'll steal your content without your permission. I've noticed people like to do that, and they like to come up off your videos because they don't get views like that, And to me, that's unacceptable that some people on YouTube would even do something like this. But, hey, what can I say about it? I just wanted to give this little tidbit of information. I hope you enjoy this video. I still have the contest going on. Pick a number between 1 and 1,500 that I'm thinking, and I'm just giving away 2 food restaurant cards, gift cards away. That will be emailed to you of the 2 winners. So if you can get those numbers on this video or any of my videos, I will capture that number, and then I'll let you know probably the next week who the winner is. But I just want people to have more critical thinking skills. These people have been pimping us for so long that we just don't do research. We can't. This man has a product, and his product is the school. And whatever, by any means necessary, basically that's how it is for him. When you get a trash dumpster, right, and the number on the trash dumpster, you call it, and it's a person's number, then something is not right with that. And that's really all I'm going to say, because I have critical thinking skills. I've done the research. I know what I'm talking about. And this situation, to me, is very dangerous. It has to be handled in a very care way, a way that's very handled in TLC, tender loving care. It has to be handled in that way. And I can't put this information on YouTube because one person has put some information out about this, and now there's some repercussions because of it. Okay, and it's somebody that's on YouTube, and it's a guy. So I'm not even going to get him involved in this, but you got to be real about things. When I just told you, when there's firestorms and things behind something, that's it. It's nothing you can do about it. And you think a call to a governor, the state of Delaware, you think the city council men or women, or Get Marty, or the Philadelphia news station, you think these places are going to stop this firestorm when they could actually be in on the firestorm? That's all I'm going to say about this, and I hope everyone has a good day, and I hope to talk soon. Have a great day. This is Kia Green Productions.